Now every time I come on air, I'm coming to meet one song, begging one girl fall in love. But till last week, I've been into the studio to meet Thanksgiving songs. Today is size. So he is passing a subtle message to her. I don't know, but I believe he is delivered. This is me welcoming you to the sunny side of life today. Monday, the 22nd day in the month, April 2020. My name is Denise Dennis Walu, one and only of Nigeria for FM. Now, I did not forget. Yo, what's up? How you doing? How's your mind, your body, and how is your soul? On the menu today, we'll talk talents. A 9 to 5. I don't do a 9 to 5, thankfully. I have a scheduled job. However, the job of a journalist is 24 hours, 7 days a week, 31 days a month, 366 days a year. Because our ears, our eyes, they're always alert, nosing around, looking for things that do not concern us, not minding our business. It's only journalists I know that do not mind their business, because what is our business with what is happening in the government house and in every other sector of the economy? That's on a lighter note, by the way. Let's talk where talent pays more than a 9 to 5. Now, I have a guest, and my guest just came back from, I don't know if it's leave or honeymoon, but he's here, the point man himself, who I'll be introducing shortly, maybe a commercial break. But as a way an intro, who needs a 9 to 5 that pays peanuts anyway when you use your unique talent and it can get you more? Now I would explain. I remember once upon a time we used to listen to things like this. Hello, one day I say you go make us proud. Have you ever wondered why some professions pay more with not so much qualifications or efforts, but simply talents? Let's talk about football. The Lionel Messi, the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Victor Osimhen, the what's this other guy? Mikel Obi, the ones that can speak fluent English, that do not speak too fluent English. They have lives sorted out. They're paid weekly, like hair. They have beautiful women in their lives. They have children, and a vast majority of their family members hail them every now and then because the mola, what we call money in Nigeria, is always coming in. What about basketball? LeBron James, what's this other guy's name? Michael Jordan, and many more. When we come to table tennis, I'm trying to remember her name now. The one that retired, I'll remember the name. I'll definitely remember the name. Anything sports at all, car races, you name it. Entertainment. You just on the mic and you just sing anything that comes to your brain. And before you know it, thousands, millions of people streaming your songs. Now, some parents are currently grooming their children to be on a path to wealth with their talents. Who knew kicking the ball would be so rewarding financially? Who knew just doing any random stuff could be earning you millions? Point Mike Carl Orakwe is in the studio. He is Programs Manager, Nigeria Info FM. How you doing today, Carl?
I'm trying to develop my other talents. Afternoon to you, Denise. And afternoon to you listening out there. Nice to be on Sunny Side this afternoon.
Nice to be. So when we go on the break and come back, 2 questions we'll try to answer. Should talented people continue to earn more than those with a 9 to 5? I feel cheated right now. And when parents and guardians help groom talented kids, who tends to benefit more? Because I've overheard some parents tell me how they will intentionally start earning more. Who can being, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. To be a what again? After the commercial break, stay tuned to us. Welcome back to the sunny side of life. We're still talking talent, paying more than a 9 to 5. Now let's cast our minds backwards. In those days, when children would be playing or would go out to play, if you lived in a crowded compound or if you lived in a bubbly, lively neighborhood, you usually hear some parents scolding their children for playing too much. You hear things like this: "Oh, you sabi for this life, now play. Morning play, afternoon play, evening play and food. Nothing more, nothing else." Sometimes they tell you, "See that play? That is what you eat in this life." And what was the play at the time? Children will gather around one makeshift ball, anything that they could turn into a ball. Pass the ball, kick him. Pass the ball, kick it. Make one small post here and there. And that was when these children discovered their unique talents. Then they pass ball left, right, center. And if you lived in a storied building, you would find some adults who would usually come around the veranda to take fresh air, looking on with some bit of admiration. Because, this was the entertainment we could enjoy at the time. Not many people had television sets at the time, so not many people could watch football like some other privileged individuals. Usually back then we would hear football from our radio sets. It was the children played too much, who sang too much, who would bring one card paper and make it together, and they say they have created something. Now they encourage them by buying them the balls. Say, "Hi Junior, I have a gift for you. What is it, Daddy?" "Football. Yeah, Daddy is the best. Mommy is the best." They will buy kits. They will even take them to football trainings. I know of some parents who even take their children to karate classes. I think that was after this movie, Will Smith's son. Karate Kid, yes. So they say, come on, go and be doing Jackie Chan. They say they are teaching them self-defense. There is something at the end that we do not know about. So, point man, tell me. Yes, some of these things come naturally. Some people do not necessarily need to learn them. Now, some parents are saying that, "I think I want my child to have a particular..." People are enrolling their school to learn one music instrument or the other, from the piano to the violin or something. We have children actors these days. Yeah. Children that do not need to learn how to just mimic a character and get into character. We have children singers. Some years ago, there were some children called the Destined Kids, and every time one record seller will pass by your street, you will hear this song. And somehow, you see, music, according to, what's his name? Chike and the late Mohbad, it doesn't need permission to enter your body. You just find yourself vibing one way or the other. But then there is those eye-catching ones like football. One of these days I was discussing with one of our sportscasters. I think it was Coach, and he was telling me how these people were earning weekly. I said, okay, what about the Nigerian League, Gangan? How many all these Eyimba people, all these other people?
Well, it all depends on your own pay system.
Okay.
Now, for instance, yourself, you earn monthly, don't you?
Yeah, so...
Okay, so our footballers will also most likely earn monthly.
Okay.
Now, out there, people earn by the hour. That's out west. People earn by the hour.
Okay.
Some earn by the week.
Okay.
So it's natural. That's it's kind of like a systemic thing. So it has nothing to do with being specific to football per se. So it depends on where you are and where you find yourself. But here's the thing: there's talent, then there's skill. You talked about it coming naturally, so that's talent. And even when you have that talent, sometimes you will need to hone your talent. So you need some training, to hone that talent. Then for some people, where the parents actually pay for them to be taught and all, that's basically acquiring a skill.
Okay.
So we have come to find out that even just basic education is not enough these days. Just like you said, those things you were flogged for, you went out and you were singing. You went for singing competition. You broke bounds or you did stuff. Those things seemingly have made people more money than those who went to regular school, did not in any way use their God-given talent and got a 9-to-5 job. those who use their talent seemingly have earned more money than they have. So that's why some parents encourage the kids they know that already have one or two talents visible, or they also pay for them to acquire some skills which they feel will also further help them in life.
But then that's the thing with helping them further in life. And between the child and the parent, someone tends to benefit more at the end of the day.
Well, that's not the reason. So are you telling me that you are sending your child, maybe perhaps you notice your child's got, footballing skills, then you pay for him to attend an academy or be part of an academy after class, or even a complete academy with school and all? When you do so, is there any parent that is doing so really with the intention of, let me tell him so that when he the next Ronaldo and now benefits? Now that you're talking, now you're looking at me. Now, but back in the day, I don't think that was it. We were advised then. We grew up in a period where parents forced us bookwork. Academic work was it. If you're playing ball on the street, football on the streets, you're a no-do-gooder. If you're into music, into entertainment, you don't do well in life. The parents force you. But at a certain point in time, the guardians, counselors, and the educators began to let our parents know that, no, you encourage your child. If you see book, it will be for everyone. That's what started letting parents know. You're flogging that child. He's not doing that well academically. Have you seen what are his skills? What are his interests? So we began to encourage parents to encourage kids to actually explore their talent. So at that point in time, no one was doing it because, okay, if he goes on to be a fabulous musician, he's going to take care of me. No one was doing it for that reason. It was a matter of exploring different opportunities, having something to fall back on. You let the child go to school, you let them know how important an education is, because sometimes the talent and the skill is not enough, but you help them get that other opportunity or that other option of being able to put their skill or talent to use.
I beg to differ, and this is why. We live in a society where some parents have begun to see their investments.
That's happening now. When I mean now, I don't mean as yesterday or day before yesterday. It's something of now, but back in the day, it was not it. I'm sure you used to hear the jokes then, where you will say a man is happy to have how many daughters. Do you know why? He says, I'll receive bride price.
Canopies everywhere.
That kind of a thing. So it's not, like I say, it's not an intentional thing previously, but well, the way the world is at this point in time, the parents are thinking of their retirement, their pension plan. So the kids now are their pension plan.
One successful person in a family, and the family is sorted for life. Okay, so at this juncture, I'm going to open the phone lines. I have some messages.
Before you do so, I was thinking you were going to, we're talking about who should earn more.
Who should earn more, yes.
Now, let me quickly say this. For talent, those who are talented and those who are skilled, they usually earn big bucks. So similarly, that's why everybody wants to hone their talents or look for a skill. But most times, it is fleeting. The man who is a footballer, he cannot play football for the rest of his life. But you see, the 9 to 5, you could actually do the 9 to 5 for an extended period. So that fleeting one, yes, it earns big bucks, but you're not going to get those big bucks for life. The person who is a musician, how many sports, you're calling sports people, just you're calling some few ones. On the average, have you seen a washed up athlete or a washed up sports person? After they are done, because they did not put anything aside and they have nothing else to offer after they go beyond the age or their body can no longer do what they were able to do, you look at them, they look haggard and they look useless. If you see washed up athletes, the worst is washed up entertainers. Have you seen washed up musicians? People who were once the toast of the town, who were reigning then. Have you seen them of recent? So you see, it's fleeting. Let them enjoy the fame for that entertainment they give, they'll earn the big bucks. But the person who is 9 to 5 will say, oh, imagine the little I earn. But 9 to 5, you could do it for life. All those who basically sometimes, I'm not saying everybody, but in the majority, those who exist on talent and skills, sometimes it's not for life for some certain.
What's the age for footballers? At what age do they go into retirement?
on the average, it's supposed to be from 35.
35. I was watching what's this match? I was seeing one match like that, and my significant other was telling me that one of the players is over 40 years.
Yeah, some few. I will remember Matthew Zanetti, who was Argentine, who played for Inter Milan and was in also the Argentine Olympic team in '96. Now he played as far as 39. Then some will tell you that our African brothers and Nigerian brothers, because they don't give their true age, actually go beyond 40. But on the average, when you're 34, most clubs will hardly sign you. You're given a lesser contract, not do what a 17, 18-year-old, someone in his 20s can do.
How old is Tiger Woods currently?
Golf, there's the debate about actually sports. Golf is for old men and elite men and all that. So anybody can play golf. Anyone can. So what I'm getting at, don't me. Anyone can.
Well, for those in the entertainment scene, I know some of them still earn royalties up until a particular period of time.
But royalties, it cannot be like playing shows, cannot be the sales that come from the albums, or cannot be as compared to what you get for royalties.
Well, let's hope that they make do with whatever they earn now. So return on investment.
We have Real Madrid Academy. I was going to them here. It's about something interesting. We have the administrator here all these days. I was there, food business, and I was surprised to see they have extramural activity. They had, whether was it woodwork, ironwork. So you see, they're already teaching the kids a skill. Because football, like I say, it's fleeting. You cannot play football for life. Then maybe some of them may not be that, bright or talented enough to also make it in the 9-to-5 line via academics. They would leave that academy with a skill, another skill set that could also hook them up for life. So football is the major reason why they are there. Like I said, it's fleeting. It cannot last forever.
So this is my personal question to you now. As someone who is being experienced in the 9-to-5 scene, should talented people continue to earn more than those of us here?
I would throw this to you in this manner. You earn more than the average man who is doing 9-to-5. Why? Didi, you are a talent. Basically, you stand out. We all can talk. We're all created with mouths, right?
Yeah.
And all. But you see, you do it differently. You do it specially. That's why you're employed here. So you're one of those living via talent and all. So the pay is usually different from the person who just does the average. So you see, there's the creme, there's also the creme de la creme. There's a difference. Those who stand out will definitely get something for their talent. And I don't begrudge them. Because I know that one day that talent too will fade. So they may no longer be able to earn like that person who steadily will continuously get something because he does the 9-to-5.
Let's not bring up minimum wage into this conversation. 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. That is 0817 923 0003. Send us a message on WhatsApp or Telegram. I'll gladly read your messages. The WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809 030 6416. Again, 0809 030 6416. We like X at Nigeria Info PH is our X handle, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria in 2.3 PH. Now, the interesting thing about our social media handles is this. You may somehow have missed the conversation, but you can always revisit on our social media handles and drop your comments. Be a part of the conversation, as your comments are the conversation. No corners, and stand by your calls first before passing it on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear would not be my voice, but that of the call screener. My question to you today on the sunny side is, should talented people continue to earn more than those with a 9-to-5 job? I think I have Francis. While Francis' call is being sorted out, let me read some of your messages from the pre-sale for this particular conversation. I thought I saw it here. Okay, I think Francis has been sorted. So Francis from Degema. Hi Francis, good afternoon to you and welcome to the sunny side.
Same to you. I wish you the first day of the week.
All right, go ahead, Francis.
Yes, you are talking about talent. You are discussing about talent, which I pick an interest in it today.
Okay.
One thing I understood in talent is that today most parents are seeing it as it's a paid job. but before we see it as if it's not meant for one to involve in talent. But my advice to most parents today, they should observe their kids or their children before they decide on what to do.
Okay.
It's not taking the child or the kid to an academic or a talent show for training or talent skill. You might waste that child talent on either skill.
All right then. Thank you so much, Francis. Thank you. Now from the pre-sale, I have this one from Basil Ireogu, and it reads, yes, I believe what you mean. That is when a talent is found and developed. David Isinye says someone's talent is someone's career. In essence, some persons go to school to acquire knowledge, which is someone's talent because it is padded with education. Then the non-educated but knowledgeable and skillful is not valued and honored. Example, the lawyer that won cases without a degree in law, and the pilot that flew passengers for 28 years without a degree in aeronautics. Yeah, I remember. And we talked about it. And I was asking that day what's the essence of a certificate when someone without a certificate is doing a lot more? Alex from D-Line, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, good. Okay. My own take on this issue about talent is that in our curriculum system, they are supposed to, like in Ghana, they need a practice. The curriculum system is just in such a way that craft making, hairdressing, and other skills are involved into the secondary school system. So that when you're coming up, you pick a talent, you know what to do. So that as you grow, as you advance society already, you place yourself in somewhere. You're not just the ones in the school. Already, before you come out from school, you know you have that basic knowledge on how to read and write because it's an institution. You understand? But apart from that, you come up with any skill. You can pick any skill you're good at doing.
Okay.
If you want to do craft making, dress making, hair making, carpentry, anything.
Okay.
Then
All
you
right.
just come out from it. Then after school, then you find yourself surviving. If you want to continue with education, fine. You can go further.
All right then.
Dennis, if you're a musician and I invited you for a show, I am not going to pay you. Perhaps what I will pay you, that man who works 9 to 5 is going to take him perhaps 3 months to actually get that, or 4 months or 5 months, depending on your reputation, depending as a musician, depending on who you are, you know. But you're not going to get the shows every day. So let's say, you were the happening thing. You're not going to reign for 3 years straight, or you may reign for 5 years. After that 5 years, what? So that point in time when your talent is at its peak, we should pay you as much as we can, because your talents will not carry you forever in most cases.
We'll come back to talents not carrying you forever. Let's hear from Zion in GRA. Hi Zion, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Zion. Welcome to the sunny
to
side.
the resource person in the studio, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon to you, Zion.
Growing up as a child in our primary schools, we were exposed to these, should I call them talents now, where we weave baskets, brooms,
Crafts,
paddle, they
skills.
crafts, these skills. I don't know, that time, were they kind of forcing us, or they were...
They were trying to give you another option. You didn't know whether that's where your life would lie.
They say that. But let's flip the discourse now. This craft, is it paying today or not?
It paid for some people.
Big time.
Yeah.
Those who are into it are paying. I mean, they are receiving real cash. Look at the mortar they taught us to carve in primary school years back. How much did we buy mortar a few days ago? So don't you think that our educational system of today is the problem? If they have adopted that same thing they used to train us then, it was till now, I don't think most of us will be roaming jobless or looking for who to help us. Imagine what that craft. What about people going to catering? Well, you know what they call home economics then? In school there, where they teach you girls to cook, fry,
they say today come with pepper, salt. We are going to cook.
But, you see now, they were teaching of them how to cook in school. But today, you have to go to catering school or pay one. I think we need to go back to that time.
Zion, okay.
Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to ask him who should earn more.
We should earn more. All right. Eze from Mobimini, how you doing today?
Good afternoon, Didi.
Good afternoon, Eze. How you doing?
I'm cool.
All right,
greetings
talk to me.
Mr. Carl Oracle. Long time hearing me.
Nice to, good afternoon to you, Eze.
I want to ask both of you, what is the difference between skill acquisition and talent?
Do you want an immediate answer? Hello, Eze. Okay, I guess he's waiting for his answer. Like I started on earlier on, and like Didi mentioned earlier on also. Now, the talent is that natural one that comes, they say, you follow body, that kind of a thing. But despite the fact that some people have talent, you need to also hone that talent. So sometimes you might need some training to put to better use. I see that this boy is a potential footballer, he will make a good footballer. He will still need some training. But for some certain skills, you pick up the skills. So something maybe perhaps you didn't have at all. Some send their kids to learn how to play the guitar, the violin, the drums, and all that. They are training them. Giving them something. So you pick up a skill, or even the craft we talked about, how to weave, or perhaps how to art and all that. All that you learn. So basically, you can pick up a skill, but talent is something that comes naturally. For those who sing, for those who are sportsmen and women, their abilities. So those natural abilities, talent, which also you may need to hone, but skills you will need to learn and pick up.
Hello, Carl. Carl sounds too subjective as a journalist. Not because you do a 9-to-5 job, you talk down on those that are talented. Be objective. Did you talk down?
Am I being subjective? No. What I've just said is that it's fleeting for those who are relying on talent. But for those who are 9-to-5, there's kind of like a stability. That man who's relying on talent, 2 years, he might be up. For the rest of the years of his life, his talent will no longer be able to carry
There's another
him.
angle I want us to look at, but that will be after this call with Taino from Rumukrushi. Hi, Taino. Oh dear, we lost the call with Taino. We have a problem here in Nigeria, and I don't think it's peculiar to us. Unemployment. Okay. Right? So even the 9-to-5 job does not come easily. So when you get a job, you see how people rejoice on your behalf and tell you congratulations.
True.
And you go to church and you say, praise the Lord. You want to share your testimony. Even with some very talented people, they find it difficult being discovered. And some of them have to look up to some reality shows or some competition. I think Nigeria Idol started yesterday. And you see how a lot of people, different age ranges, will come and sing and impress the judges. And only one person gets to win. Yeah. Only a few have I seen in Nigeria, because once upon a time I used to follow all them Nigerian Idol. What's this other one now? Got Talent and all of that. Sometimes I discover the second runner-up or the third runner-up actually sings better than the winner. And
sometimes go on to make it better in life than the person who won the show. Yeah.
So some of these people take these opportunities to be seen, that exposure, hoping that a spectator, someone in the crowd, someone who will watch, would say, I think I want to walk with this particular person. Then there's the person who wins the grand prize, who sometimes we do not hear of
after that
competition.
But what he's done with his talent, we don't know. But let me ask you now, maybe from your own time and from your own age. I don't know who sent in that message. Let me give you maybe one or two musicians and all. The likes of what's the one? Bad Boy, Danny Wilson and all, who was a hit at that point in time.
Heartbreaker.
Is Danny Wilson still making money via music? That's his talent, his natural talent to sing and entertain us. Is he still making money via that? No. Okay, some might say it might be age. Maybe if he was even doing a 9-to-5, he should have retired by now. But how long did Danny Wilson reign? How long did, what's his name? Essien, that's Blackie for Can I Have a Dance, Rosie. How long? That was a young man. How long did he make money via music? So not, like I said, not looking down on the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is that we hail you. You seemingly have it, all sorted somewhat, But for that man who is basically only relying on talent, most especially, like I say, it's not an all talent. When it comes to entertainment, when it comes to sports, those people, it's fleeting. It's most times for just a moment. After a while, they no longer have it. The worst thing you could actually see is a washed-up musician or even a washed-up athlete. You will not believe that this was that superstar who you always saw,
who had brand endorsements here and there.
You will not believe it. So, but if the person was doing a 9 to 5 all his life and did not reign for 10 years, let's say his career was 10 years, he reigned, he was the toast of the world. But let's say he did a 9 to 5, he could actually do 20 years, 35 years, if it was just a simple 9 to 5. So, you earn when you do your 9 to 5, but you're asking who should earn more. Is it logical for those who are?
I went to school. I have a degree. I went for trainings upon trainings.
This man is singing and he's making millions.
And this person will just come
and he makes millions.
Sometimes some people get jealous of them. I will not lie. Say Sukata is removing his shirt and all the girls are screaming. What's in they sing safe? There was one that they say carried somebody's babe, and all the ladies, oh my god!
But how long? Check perhaps in the next 10 years or in the next 6 years, if that person is still making that huge amount of money off that same, talent, that is ability. Is the person still doing so?
But being honest with you, this is my personal opinion though. Okay. You take an average Nigerian and you look at his annual income.
Yeah.
It takes a while for people to make 1 million naira in a year. After expenditure, after buying fuel, buying this, spending on this, paying school fees and all of that, for an entire year.
Then
somebody will just come and do la 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 so, and this person is living with 10 million naira.
It's what God bless.
I be jealous?
You were laughing and clapping when he was doing la 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 and so.
That's why.
As he thrilled you, that's why the organizers or the supervisors or whatever, that's why they gave him the 1 million.
No, it's not fair. I mean, it ain't fair at all. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome. Oh dear, so sorry about that. We have barely 2 more minutes to round up the conversation. A quick dash up to X Street to see if we have any tweets as it concerns this conversation. Okay, I have a message though, but I'm finding it difficult to access it. So, parents, what have you noticed? I mean, you have children. Have you noticed any unique talent in your children?
Yeah, so that's the thing. We're all advised to, take note, watch your children and see if there's anything that they naturally love to do and if you could actually help them hone it. Because you never could tell. That could be where they could make something in life. But it doesn't also take away the fact that they should get an education.
Yeah. Anonymous says everybody's path is different, and I don't think it's anyone's place to say whether someone doing a 9 to 5 should earn more than someone who just monetized their comic, cooking, acting, sporting, or musical talent. Sometimes a combo of luck, the right people, time, and financial education will make a difference. Just like some people doing a 9 to 5 can fall sick, get fired, suffer burn out, or office politics. Okay, suffer burnout or office politics. This one says, my girl just hit the nail on the head. Your girl? Who's that? Angel from Eche. Final caller. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
You see, actually, it depends on what is trending in this part of the world, even in the world generally.
Okay.
The world, for me, I think is becoming more worldly, and people are, focusing, shifting their interest to world of entertainment and all that. Ordinarily, I think one who have gone to school certificate, I think should have more faith compared with all those entertainment stuff and all that. Just like the world is becoming worldly, Sha. So that's my take. Thank you.
The world is becoming world.
Because it is the world. Point my color, okay? Thank you so much for your time today. Final words from you as we round off.
Well, I think we could combine everything, and education is important. A talented, educated person will make more money than even the person who is just talented. So, and when perhaps one fails you, you can move on to the other street. So you see, you're fully equipped. That's what I think.
fully equipped moving forward. Is the year 2024. Begin to search yourself, searching words. You see that bathroom singing you used to do that only you and the walls or the tiles. Go and meet a producer. Just maybe they can work something. I mean, some of you sing better than some of the artists that are earning. I'm being completely honest at this time. No shade. I'm Denise Eniswallow. Up next is Trending Stories, and thereafter a recorded program. The Sunny Side continues after that. Do stay tuned to us.